games. Always unwind, or so they tell you. A harmless escape. Pick up a controller, forget the mess outside, and lose yourself in a digital paradise. That's the sales pitch. But in reality, it's got more bugs than a cheap motel. And these days, every game comes with baggage, studio meddling, crooked execs, statements so controversial they make politicians look so. Hell, sometimes there isn't even a game at all. Just smoke, mirrors, and a well-polished scam. And it's that Elon.
Basically, the top 20 and the top 100 is like totally dominated by China.
Really?
Yeah, there's like China and a little bit of Korea and Taiwan.
So are you in the top 20 in the world or top 20? Wow, in Diablo.
Yeah.
Billionaire, visionary, autistic wunderkind, and apparently a gamer. He claimed he was carving his name into the path of exile to leaderboards. Number 7 no less at the time the account was there. But something didn't quite add up. See, people started noticing things.
Put the match in his inventory. He's trying to click. It's grayed out. He's not played this before, has he? Bro, he's not played this gameplay, has he? He's 100% getting piloted. He isn't. What? He's got the maps in his inventory. He went out and grabbed the map.
He has that tab called Elon's Maps, which is a weird thing to do, but he's a quirky guy. Maybe he refers to himself in the third person. You could maybe try and conjure up some kind of argument there, because he is just so peculiar as an individual that he would do that. But the big smoking gun in this intro is that he doesn't even know how to use the in-game map. He doesn't know what he's doing.
So Elon is far into the late game, and he has no idea what the fuck he's doing. He has a Maps tab called Elon's Maps, which would be like if you made custom classes in Call of Duty, like Kelly's Assault Rifle class. Like, who the fuck does that, right? Unless maybe someone who's not Elon was playing this account and wanted to set it up for him. Here's your maps, Elon. Now you get to play.
Enter Asmongold, Twitch's loudest conscience. Called Elon out, challenged him to prove he was clean. At each stream on Elon's platform, X, formerly known as Twitter, if the truth came out in the billionaire's favor.
Oh, the question. Did Elon Musk play this account to level 97? The answer is very simple. No. Unequivocally, without a doubt, if Elon Musk can prove that he played this account to 97, I will stream on X starting the day that he proves it for an entire year straight, every single stream that I do. I will.
In response to this, Elon leaked private messages between the two of them, claiming that Asmon wasn't his own man.
Wow. Oh, what a day. What a day already, huh? All right, so we got to step back. I think it was on Thanksgiving. Elon hit me up. He was like, what's up? And, we talked for a bit, and he was talking about, like, what I would want to do to, like, maybe upload content onto X, right? Onto Twitter. I told him, like, basically, this would be something I'd be down to do, but I wanted to check with my editors. I think that there was a communication breakdown here. Because I think that Elon thought that what I meant by editors is like the New York Times editors. So then that happens, and we kind of like stop talking, and basically I react to the POE video, and Elon and I have a disagreement in DMs. Asmon behaves like a maverick independent, but in reality has to ask his boss for permission before he can do anything. He is not his own man. And so anyway, what he's referring to is a conversation we had. And I said, I'm going to see if my editors want to make a second account for it even. This was in response to uploading content onto Twitter, right? And so he says, sure, who are these mysterious editors? And then these, leaked. These are my two editors. They basically run the entire YouTube account. Absolutely true. And so basically any content I upload is edited or uploaded by them, and they get a cut of the ad rev. It's a super good system, to be honest. Almost everyone on YouTube does it. He says, of course, interesting. And so I think that he interpreted me saying that I had editors as like a formal publication saying that I have editors.
But in the end, he caved, admitted to the boost, said it was the only way to beat players in Asia. Half confession, half excuse. But in this business, that's as close to the truth as you'll ever get. Ubisoft, a name drenched in scandal. Always one foot in the headlines, the other in the courtroom. This time, there was the crew, a 10-year-old racer with just enough life left in it to be murdered publicly. March 31st, 2024, Ubisoft pulls the plug. Not just the servers, everything. You bought the game with your hard-earned cash. It's too bad, now it's gone. But you never owned it, and that's exactly what they claimed. Said that gamers don't actually own the games that they sell. They merely have a license to play the game until they feel like stripping it away from it. In response to the backlash, they doubled down, still claiming that gamers don't actually own their games. Naturally, a lawsuit followed. Ubisoft tried to slither the way out of it. Said all the information was on the box, and that required limited license. You ever heard of a little outfit called Fantastic? No? Can't say I blame you. They were just another name drifting the digital alleyways until May of 22, when they lit up the Steam charts like a neon sign in the fucked up window. Their game, The Day Before, was the talk of the town, the most wishlisted, the most hyped, and the most mysterious. So something didn't quite smell right. The trailers, they looked too familiar, like deja vu. Some eagle-eyed gumshoes noticed that shots were lifted straight from other game trailers, such as Red Dead 2, GTA 5, and Cyberpunk 2077.
The Day Before offers a uniquely reimagined journey into post-apocalyptic MMO open-world survival. Rockstar have tried to reimagine the open-world game in a number of ways. The open world of The Day Before is beautiful and richly detailed. The game world is beautiful, massive, and diverse. The weapons, which can be modified, are made with maximum realism to ensure that combat remains deep and engaging at all times.
Make combat deep and engaging at all times.
Each weapon boasts unique characteristics, as well as realistic reload and recoil mechanics.
Each weapon has unique characteristics, with realistic reload and recoil.
Welcome to the next generation of post-apocalyptic MMO open-world survival games like never before.
Welcome to the next generation of open-world adventure.
Immerse yourself in The Day Before.
Immerse yourself in Cyberpunk 2077.
Smoke and Mirrors act if I've ever seen one. Then came the genre shuffle. 1 minute it was a survival game, next it was an extraction shooter. Like they couldn't make up their minds, or didn't have a game to begin with. Whispers started and doubt spread. Folks began to wonder if there was anything behind the curtain at all. And then release day came, and it was a disaster. What hit the shelves wasn't a game, it was a hollowed shell, glitchy, broken, barely playable. The illusion cracked, and in just 4 days, a whole house of cards came crashing down. Steam pulled the plug. Fantastic, they left a note. Just one tweet in response to it all. Shit happens. And with that, they vanished. Studios shut down. No apologies, no cleanup crews. Just another cautionary tale bleeding out in the back alleys of the gaming world. Now, let me take you back. Recent years, sure, but the stink's still fresh. EA, Electronic Arts, a name that shows up in nightmares and lawsuits in equal measure. Twice crowned the worst company in America. Think about that. In a country full of oil spills, Wall Street sharks, and farmer snakes, They took the crown twice. Greed, that's their fuel. Controversy, that's just another Tuesday. If you really want to see the rat, look no further than with Star Wars Battlefront 2. A galaxy far, far away, and a price tag way, way too high. They sold us the dream. Lightsabers, space battles, heroes of legend. That would be 40 hours to grind, or cough up the dough and skip the line. They called it player's choice. I call it blackmail with a loading screen. But it didn't stop there. Oh no. The real poison was in the star cards. A slick little system that let you buy away the power. Better gear, stronger abilities, but only if Lady Luck smiled on your loot boxes. Or if your wallet did the talking, and they dressed it up in chance and sparkle, but underneath, it was just gambling, pay to win, wrapped in a sci-fi skin. Kids shelling out cash to beat strangers in a digital dogfight. Balance, fairness, those were just buzzwords, dead on arrival. The backlash hit hard. Fans, press, even politicians smelled blood. And for once, the giant flinched. EA scrambled, pulled the plug on microtransactions, temporarily of course. Like a con man swearing he's turned over a new leaf. But we remembered, and they never really changed, just found slicker ways to dress up the same old con. Because in their game, the house always wins. And you're just another wallet waiting to be emptied. Finally, we arrive at the crown jewel of corporate shadows, Blizzard Entertainment. Known on the surface for their blockbuster hits like Overwatch and the Diablo saga, but beneath the shiny veneer lies a labyrinth of scandal and whispers. Rumors swirl of a toxic culture that fosters sexual harassment, targeting women, while tales emerge from employees sneaking breast milk from company lactation facilities. An odd, disturbing detail that fueled demands for witnesses during HR meetings. The company's reputation would take another hit in May 2023, when Blizzard announced their so-called King's Diversity tool built through a slick article. But critics pounced, and in the blink of an eye, the story was rewritten. Developers distanced themselves, disowning the way the tool was described and used. Now, originally, the article claimed that the tool would assign numerical values to characters based on ethnicity, gender, physical abilities, and sexual orientation. It was marketed as a way to prevent tokenism and stereotypes, and supposedly tested on teams working on Call of Duty Vanguard. But the result? Instead of fostering diversity, the characters felt bland, uninspired, generic, like shadows of real people. Then came the retraction. New versions of the story insisted the tool was never actually used in active game development, as if to wash away the stain of their previous claims. And just when you thought the story couldn't get any darker, Blizzard launched Diablo Immortal, a mobile game that reeked of insidious monetization. High quality items, they're a gamble, a roll of the dice that could cost players upwards of £10,000. One streamer spent just as much as that, with nothing to show for it but empty pockets and frustration. In Diablo 4, they played their tricks again. Dark patterns in the UI, designed to nudge players into spending money.
Let's see if it counted. No! What? No! Bro, if that thing activated...
Did you make it crash or did the game actually just crash?
The game actually just crashed. I hope it crashed and it didn't activate. Like, if that's a one-click activation, fuck you, dude. Fuck you!
Without safeguards, without safety nets, no way to prevent accidental purchases. Just slick interfaces that tempt and trap, feeding the beast that is microtransaction greed. Blizzard was once a titan in the gaming world, and Now, a simpler corporate scandal, greed and deception. The shadows grow longer, and the truth, well, is buried deep beneath a mountain of broken promises and lost innocence.